Consequences for the students.
We have a cool system here at Brown Middle School. We use the demerit system. So if you keep yourself to 4 or fewer demerits per week, you get to spend 20 minutes in Fun Friday doing what you want with your friends every Friday. Otherwise, you're in Fun Friday detention. If you got too many demerits or did a non-negotiable, had an incident, got ISS or suspension, then you'll also be in Fun Friday detention where you have to write an essay taking ownership for what you did. Okay, so I've really enjoyed teaching 8th graders. They've been able to show a lot of different things to me this year. I've really enjoyed teaching 8th graders in comparison to 6th graders like I have the past 2 years. They've shown a lot more maturity throughout the year and have really improved upon their skills throughout the year, and I've thoroughly enjoyed my time here at Brown in 8th grade.
I try to get my students involved in my classroom by giving them ample time to do group work and a whole lot of different activities, making sure that they have a say in what's going on in our class and that they have time to work together. Upcoming 8th graders to make sure they come to class prepared and ready to learn and just with a good attitude to be able to focus in class and really persevere through anything that they have an issue with and to come to us whenever they have problems.
All right, 8th grade prepares students for high school because we allow the 8th graders, or we attempt to allow the 8th graders, a really tremendous amount of freedom. We let them govern themselves, we let them make some of their own rules, and we try and give them as much experience with keeping up with their own stuff, doing, kind of building their own projects. We let them have as much freedom as they can handle in order to prepare them for the way that high school works, because high school is not nearly as closely regulated as students are used to. So we're trying to give them a preview of those kind of looser regulations in 8th grade. Okay, so one of the ways we make students feel welcome is we really emphasize the routines and the ways that we do things in the classrooms, because that gets them in a rhythm. We try and keep it a lot of the same. We try and keep it very similar to what they're used to in 7th grade, with the language that we use and just kind of our procedures every day. That way, they already kind of know what they're getting into. It's a lot similar in that ways, but we're really just ramping up the level of work. The level of work's a little more difficult. And while it's more challenging, it's far more rewarding to do a little bit more tricky work like we do in 8th grade.
Okay, well, looking at your writing here, it looks like your strong areas are in development and conventions, which means you're developing your topic really well, and you're doing well on things like grammar and punctuation, but your peers said when they did the peer evaluation that an area that you want to focus on is how you organize it, which means maybe that I can't find your thesis statement where it belongs. Let me just take a look here. I don't see your thesis statement right here, so the next time you go writing, you're going to want to put it there so it drives the direction of your essay. You know what I mean? How do you feel you did on this essay? Other than your thesis statement, so what are you going to work on next time? Good job.
Alexis, how does this help you learn?
It just helps me focus, and it tests our scores and see how we do their vocabulary.
And what are you on?
I'm also proud of taking the test.